Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Cannot believe it's Friday again already. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend ahead and doing lots of nice things for the bank holiday. It is bank holiday, isn't it, this weekend? Yeah, it is. Hi, everyone. Please say hi if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. This is my usual Friday morning card class, free card class. It is a free kit with a purchase as well. So if you're watching the projects and you really like what I'm making today, you can get the kits for free with an order in my online store. Details are all below in the description, I think. So, but just feel free to ask any questions. Otherwise, if you've got all the stuff already to make these things, then just craft along. You may prefer to watch replay, or so you can rewind and pause and mute my boring voice if you wish. If you prefer to watch it on replay, that's absolutely fine. But hopefully you'll get some ideas from this class today, and it's all about the daisy punch. So we are saying goodbye to lots of products at the end of, well, on Monday. On Monday evening, we get rid of, that sounds really, really harsh. But we say goodbye to these catalogues. The annual catalogue, which we've had for a year. So we're saying goodbye to that. There's lots of products retiring in that, and also lots retiring in the mini catalogue as well. So Monday night is the deadline for getting anything you want that's going. But we have the brand new catalogue, which will go live I guess Monday night at some point. Lots of brand new stuff in there. Have you seen my catalogue launch event coming up? It's on the 14th, Sunday the 14th of May. I put some details up on my Facebook page and on my website already, but I'll send a message out. I'd love you to join that and see all the new stuff that's coming up in the new catalogue. Morning, Wendy, Sharon and Subu. Nice to see you. And yeah, so I'll be posting more details about that coming up, but it'll be a fun little event. It's only like a couple of hours. I'm doing it online and I'm doing it in person as well. So you can choose. If you're local, then you must come to mine so that you can actually play with the stuff as well. Right, so Daisy Punch, that's what we're focusing on today. I'll just show you the projects quickly and then we'll get on with it. So instead of 6 cards, I normally do 3 cards, but you make 2 of each. So that's 6 altogether in the kit. Instead of that, I've got some 3D projects and something slightly different. So this is the card, but it looks like a nice, simple, unassuming card. So the lighting's bad. But when you open it up, you've got this lovely pop-up effect inside as well. I don't really know what this is called. Inside pop-up, I think it's called. But that's a really fun one to do. We're going to do that. And then we're going to do a lovely little gift bag. And then we're going to do this little cute, everlasting pot of flowers. It's just a little mini. These are spice jars. You'll make 6 of these. I've only got 3 here, but I'll make another 3 and we'll have 6. So this is a cute little project, especially if you're if you tend to kill plants or your flowers don't last very long in jars, then this is really good because they'll never die. So I will obviously show you the kit. Let's switch you down. So your kit will include a little jar, all the punch bits as well. I'm going to do all the punching for you. You've got about 40 of these flowers punched out already for you in there for your projects. And that's just because if you didn't want to get the daisy punch and you didn't have the daisy punch, you couldn't make these projects. And I wanted to give you free reign over what you wanted, over what to order, and still be able to make these projects. So you've got your usual tea bag and sweets. and then all the bits and pieces in here. So that is your kit for this week. If your order is £25 or more, you get that. And if your order is £45 or more, you also get a pack of embellishments as well, as a free thank you gift. And the code for ordering is that one. That just make sure that you've either put this. I'll put it up now. Hold on. There. So if you use that host code when you put your order in, then I know you definitely want this kit sending to you, because otherwise it might be for a different offer, or it might go to someone else. So that's quite important to put that host code in, or just follow the link in the description. That's the easiest way. So yep, we'll crack on with the card. I think do that one first. I've also used in this one the bowl punch. This is carrying over, so there's no urgency to get this punch, but this is a really useful one because you've got two lovely little sprig shapes that you can punch out and add to your any kind of floral card. That's your card base, just a standard white card base, A5 scored in half. And then we have a panel of white card, and this measures 9 centimetres by 13.3. I've used some of the lovely country gingham papers. So this is what the paper pack looks like. These are retiring too. But you've got 4 different colours in there. So I've used the balmy blue ones just because I just think it goes really nicely with the daisies. But if you want to, you can flip it over to the other side. So this measures 8.5 by 12.8. And then we have a piece of card, and this is 5 centimetres by 20 centimetres, and I've scored it at 5, 10 and 15. So that's scored 5, 10 and 15, and we have to fold it up into this W formation like so. So let's start with that one, because we've got these big pieces of paper as well. Your designs might vary a little bit. You might have all the same or 2 and 2, depending on what I've got when I finish cutting up. But either way, it'll all be the balmy blue colour. So all we need to, and these are 4.5 centimetre squares, these pieces. So we just stick those down onto our W. So yeah, the daisy punch has been a staple really in my collection for many years. It's probably been around for at least 5 or 6 years, I think, or possibly longer. I feel like I remember when this size came out, because there was a bigger one that was out for a little while, and then they brought out this second one, the smaller one, and I remember running a class using the punches, and both daisy punches were included in the class, and we made these 3D daisies that I've done on the wires in there, and they did all different colours as well, because obviously you've got the gerbera daisies, the African daisies that look great in the really bold, bright colours like reds and pinks and oranges and yellows. So it's a really fun stamp to have, punch to have. Just while I've got the glue out, I might as well get these glued down, and can just glue that onto the card front. So when you're punching the daisies out, I always find that it helps if you cut your card up into strips first, and they only need to be about 5 centimeters wide for these. I think, let me just check. Just measure. Probably not even that, probably 4.5. 4.5, 5 centimeter strips, and then also if you tilt the punch so that it's not perpendicular to the paper, you'll find that you can get your petals in between the previous petals. And you can fit more in. if you're really frugal with your card and you like not to waste any, this is what you do. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of a strip, and then you could probably fit at least 8. You could probably do, what's 8 times 4? I can't do maths this morning. My head hurts. 8 times 4. You could do out of one A4 sheet. Okay, I like the daisies on their own like that, just a single daisy, but I like them even better layered up. So I pop a little tiny dot of glue in the centre, place a second daisy on, and rotate so that they just overlap, but with a gap, because I'm going to do a triple layer daisy. Do three per daisy. So that third one just fills that small gap. So they're all offset, but you get a lovely full flower. So that's how I'm going to do it. And that's why I've, in the kit, that's why I'll be sending 30 odd 40 daisies out, so that all of your daisies can be triple layered. I just think they just look really nice like that. So once you've got a few glued, then, hi Monica, just seen you pop up. What time is it in wherever you are? Oh, you're in Europe, I think. So I've got already punched shapes here. So let's get a few of these out. I probably should have assembled some of these in advance. But let's just keep going with this for a bit. And I'll just do a few more while I'm here. It's quite therapeutic. Oh, Monica, you visiting family in Italy? Okay, for the centres, what I've done is punched some tiny little circles with an old punch that I've had forever. It's tiny little 3/8 of an inch circle. And I just think this size of circle just look the best on these daisies. But one thing that you can do, and I am going to provide in the kit for you. I'm going to provide some of these mini glue dots because you may not have the little ones and they're just the easiest thing to work with. So we will attach these circles with the mini glue dots, but first there's something that I like to do beforehand. My foam mat, and what you need to do is take either a stylus tool, like a ball stylus. I think that's the name of them, which I don't have to hand, or something like the end of your pokey tool, your take your pick tool, or I'm just looking to see what else I've got around that I can use. Sharpie. So something that you can create some dimension with. So I've just shoved my pen into the foam mat, and it's kind of shaped it a little bit. So you could do it same thing with the lid of your take your pick tool. I suppose you could just do it with your finger. So I don't know, push your finger into it, sort of curl those edges up a little, kind of works. Anything like that, and let's do a few of those. So if you had one of those ball stylus things, you would just rub in circles from the centre going outwards, and that would give it that nice curved shape. You can just do those. That'll do. And now grab your little foam pads, put those in the centre. Morning, Valerie. How's everything? Are you going to this retreat at this weekend? Oh no, you're away, aren't you? Oh. This these daisies are ready to go for some of these projects. I may need to do some more because I didn't do any in advance, but that's okay. Right, so the card. We'll start putting the card together. Let's do the front first. I'm using Sentiment Wise. These. I just really like the font. This one's retiring, so let's just give this a little last use. Let's celebrate. Will that fit? No, not quite. That's a bit big. Maybe I'll go back to this. You have to find something just the right size for this little label. So I've die cut a label from using Stylish Shapes die set, which I always use. Put that there just off centre, and I'll attach that with my foam pads and just put one daisy and a leaf on, because I want the front of my card to be quite simple so that the inside of the card makes more impact. I've just thought of something though. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly make up some extra daisies. Or actually, I'll take these off, right, because I've decided that I don't want them to be too bulky for the inside of the card. So I'll save those centres for later, but I'll just pop these ones on because, and it doesn't really matter, you can leave them like that, but the inside wants to be a little bit flatter. I'll show you why anyway. Okay, that'll do. So that's the front. Inside now we've got, which I forgot to cut. That's odd, isn't it? We need 2 pieces of balmy blue that measure 14.3 by 10. For the inside, so just glue those down. And now we attach this this bit in. So how I do it, so if you line up the central fold line with the fold of the card, you can see that they don't line up right to the edge of the card, they're just half a centimetre in. So if I just hold it down there like that, but flip that one over, I can put glue there while I'm holding it down and glue that, just that one in first. Move my daisy that way. So just that one's glued in for now. Fold it up, put glue on the back, and then fold the card over onto it and press. Now I know that is going to be just in the right place. And it may not go completely flat, but that's okay, it doesn't have to. So now we've got that situation. And then we just put our flowers on. So I'm just going to dot them around, and positioning of the flowers is quite important too, because we don't want the petals to overlap anywhere where it's going to fold. So just make sure when you're gluing your flowers in that they're not going anywhere near these fold lines. You can just keep making sure that everything's going to fold. Okay. And the same with the leaves as well. So these stems are just a little bit long, so just chop them off if they are. Just tuck them in behind. And this is mint macaron. This is another retiring colour, so I'm just using up my last little bits of that on this card. There we go. So that's that done. You've got some space at the bottom or the top to write a message, or you can write your message on the back. There you go. Now the gift bag is very simple. We've just got the same papers. I've chopped this down to I think it's 7.5 centimetre square, and then this piece is 8 centimetre square. And so we just glue that one onto the balmy blue layer, and then we've got our daisy, and then I'm going to stamp something straight on to there. So let's do, I'm going to do a nice thank you actually. It's a bit bigger, this stamp. So the great thing about this paper is it's light enough that you can do your stamping straight on. Oh, it's not very successful, is it? You get the idea anyway. Foam pad, and I'm going to fluff up these petals. Looks a bit more realistic. And I'll do another leaf there. And then you just glue that down onto the bag. That's it. Nice and simple, that one. So finally you've got these daisies. So I'll show you a couple of these, but you're going to make 6 of them. So you've got these floral wires. I just got these from Hobbycraft. They're 10-inch, 25 grams. So I don't know what that means. It's the weight of them. It's the gauge of wire, I guess. But they're nice, perfectly. I mean, they're small. They're fine, but they're really strong enough for these tiny daisies anyway. So in your kit you'll have the daisies, and you'll also have, which I don't have prepared, I do somewhere. Where are they? Oh no, there they are. You have these white circles, and these are done with the 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch punch, which is another old punch, but you just need a small circle for the back of the daisy with a little hole punched in the centre with the pokey tool, so it's a tiny little hole pierced through. That's done for you in the kit, so don't worry about that. Then what you need to do is obviously have some daisies already prepared, which I don't have, but we'll get that sorted just now. Okay, so what you need to do is with your wires, just bend the very tip of the wire into a right angle, just over your fingernail or over whatever tool. So you've got your wire bent down like so. Thread that through your circle, and this is the slightly tricky bit. So can you see I've put the wire between my fingers so that the bent over piece is flat against my white disc. It's a bit blurry. And then I'm going to put some glue Just dot a little bit of glue, you don't need too much. Still pressing that flat against the disc. I'm going to press it onto the back of my daisy, so you can either do it in the air like that, or you can press it down. So I'm holding the wire flat against the back of the daisy, so it's not central, but it's fine. Give it a couple of minutes to dry and you'll find that that's pretty much set. So once the glue has set, and you can use hot glue if you've got a hot glue gun, once the glue's set, fluff up the daisies like that, and then you can bend the wire in whatever direction. So I'll show you that again. Just on this. This is bent over maybe like 1/4 inch. It's not even a centimetre. Put some glue on the actual wire itself, and then I haven't got a daisy, have I? Just pretend like I've done that. There. And let's just do a quick other daisy. So I've got my 3 on there. Once you've done that, you can put your centres on. And there's another thing that you can do as well, which is purely optional. Grab your, I think, Melon Mambo, or some kind of pink or purple. Do you know the daisies that have the tiny bit of colour in the tips of the leaves? You can take your sponge dauber with a tiny bit of ink on and put a little bit of colour on the tips, just on the tips. If you like that. Or keep them fresh and plain. You can give them a little curl backwards as well, the petals. So curl them back against your finger. Push forward and curl back. So you've got even more dimension. So just give them a little play. You just don't want them to be completely flat. So there we go. Those. You can chop the wires down to size if you want to. I haven't at the moment. I've just folded them over to go in my little jar. But I could chop them down once I'm happy with the length. And then finally you've got some strips of card. I've just taken an A4, I think, so it's about 20 centimeters, and I've done 1 centimeter strips. So 1 centimetre by 21 centimetres. And then you take, I'll just show you this, pop one corner in the trimmer groove and the opposite diagonal corner in the trimmer groove. So you will trim, put the trimmer blade in the centre, press down, go up and then go down, and then you've taken that 1 centimetre strip and cut it diagonally basically. So you've got these like blades, like leaves or blades of grass. Curl them between your fingers like that, and then they just go in the jar just for a little bit of green colour. So I think you've got 5 of those ready cut for you. Like that. There you go. That's it. That's all the projects. But they're a little bit more, because they're a little bit more involved than cards. I just thought these 3 are quite a cute combo, because you can pop the jar of flowers in the gift bag. There's a little gift, and then the card to go with it as well. But how cute is that as a little present for someone? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I have really enjoyed creating these. Daisy Punch is on sale. It's £9.60. It's got 60% off, but only until either it sells out or Monday night. So this is your last chance to get the lovely Daisy Punch. I've left all my other cards that I've made this week in the other room, so I can't show you those again. But the white bags are not still available, Ali. They sold out, don't know when, recently. So yeah, the white bags, I've got a very small stash of them. So if this kit goes crazy, I might have to be begging around my team to see who's got some. But I've got enough for a few kits anyway to send out this weekend or Monday. So yeah, deadline for ordering to get this kit for free is Sunday night, 10 p.m. And yeah, it's been really nice crafting with you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your comments as well, and you joining me this morning, and it's been great. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I've got a very busy one. I'm going to be at Stampin' Up in Harrogate on Sunday, so if anyone's around Harrogate area and want to come to a stamping show, crafting show, tickets aren't very expensive, but you can pay on the door and come and see me and grab yourself a brand new catalogue, because I've got those catalogues, bringing those catalogues with me, so you can get your hand on one on Sunday. Right, until next week, I shall leave you and say goodbye. I'll be back on live on Sunday night anyway, so hopefully I'll see you then. Bye everyone, thank you for watching.